Hello, friends. This is a makeup Friday Night Tights Super Chat Square Up, where Jeremy may join us for a few minutes, audio only. Yeah, I apologize again. We went for 5 hours, and I had to cut it loose because I needed to sleep. So I hadn't slept a lot in the last week, and it was nice to get. I actually just woke up a little while ago. My lazy ass just got up a little while ago, about an hour ago. It's 11 a.m. here on the West Coast in Poop City, California. Hello. Let's see who do we have here. Riff Magos, what's up? And Sultan Al Fahim. Atia Singh, I probably screwed that up. I'm sorry. Boy, Andy, and oh wait, I just hit DJ D Show. It just jumped on me. Sorry, Andy. Hi, Christy. House of God, praise be. Andy, there's Andy. Hi, Andy, and Demonic Bioman and Random Brad Creates. He's going to the gym. So we got a few super chats. We got to go here, and Jeremy's here. What's up, Jeremy?
What's going on, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
I am on my phone, so it's probably not good quality. So
it's all right.
But it's geeks and it's geeks and gamers like expecting good quality anyway. So
that's the highest quality. You kidding me? We're only going to go for an hour. We've got some super chats to square up here. And again, I'm going to, on my website, I'm going to make this part of last night's podcast. So I'm going to connect them. But it'll go up on Nerdrotic Live when it's done. Friday Night Tights, the whole 5-hour show was up there right now. It was a blast last night. It was so good. So thanks again, Jeremy. Thanks for coming on, bringing on Uche and Ryan and Candy. We had Anti-Trekker. Oh my God. Odin. We had so many people. It was great.
Yep. It was great. Friday Night Tights is turning out to be such a great weekly show, and I'm happy to be part of it. So
yeah, thanks, man. So we're gonna get right to it. So I might double up on a couple of these, but I think I know where we left off. We'll start off with I think we read this one, but who cares? Above average peen Jeremy. A movie with just my peen would make more money than any Disney Star Wars movie. But I think Star Wars is doomed now. That Larson-loving Feige is coming. Oh, yes. He's not happy about Feige coming over to take over Star Wars because he loves Brie Larson. Do you think Brie Larson's like the Yoko Ono of the MCU?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's all the great things that Kevin Feige has done. This is the one thing that is really concerning about him. And I don't know, man. Like, it's such a sad state of where things are because the MCU has been so successful, yet for some reason they are obsessed with shoving her into everything. And Kevin Feige, as much faith as I have in him and his world building, Brie Larson seems to be his kryptonite.
Yeah, it's the human condition. Sometimes people. I mean, yeah, even the most successful can self-sabotage sometimes or go a little too far. And it's always blinded by love or sex. It's one of those two things. Yep. So Caveman 93 Abel says, Mahler, I cannot wait for your epic episode 9 rage. I love you all. I think we are all looking forward to that more than the actual film, to be honest with you. I am. Although it will come out in February, but that's fine. Well, it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. The man works hard.
Yes, it's far better. And again, I'll repeat what I said last night when someone was trying to throw around because again, they don't understand my jokes about the subscribers. It's not really. I don't really think I'm a big deal because I have my subscribers. I do it just to piss people off. But they were like, "Well, Mahler has more than you." I'm like, "It's because Mahler's better than me." Like, I don't know what the big deal is. I'm not arguing. And they were like, "Shit." You're not gonna get me on anything. I'm not here to like say I'm better than other people. I just like to say it to piss people off. But Mahler is just I'm always happy to be, to know that I'm friends with Mahler. I can go on, his channel. He can come on our channel. Like Mahler's he's amazing. He really is.
He is. But listen, don't sell yourself short. Mahler's way better than me. will always be better than me, and I'm great with that. I like having something to try to achieve. I like somebody being much better than me, so I know like how much more work I need to do. And will I reach him? No, never. But that's fine. I'm cool. It's part of confidence is being comfortable in your own skin, and also being aware of your abilities and inabilities. And I have many inabilities. But Jeremy didn't get to 207,000, 208,000 by not having talent. Okay. He gets to take quickly. He knows what he wants to say. He doesn't ride a goddamn fence. And that's why people like him. That's why people like you, Jeremy.
And I make mistakes after mistake, guys. That's why when you turn the camera on and you just talk. So
yeah, that's part of it. But I don't know. That's not everybody can do that. That is a very hard thing to do. It took me years to learn how to live stream. Listen, I was so dumb when we were live streaming. I just thought it was an easy way to record a video. Nobody was watching it, so we would just live stream, and then one of the I think it was like 4 or 5 in. We're like, hey, somebody's watching. Hey, somebody's watching it. And then that person had to email me and tell me, there's a chat like you can look at. I'm like, there is. So I didn't know. McKinney 90. Just think of what episode 9 could possibly be under Trevorrow, but The Last Jedi would have likely ruined whatever plans that he was having for The Rise of Skywalker. McKinney, and that's why he left, because Rian Johnson did ruin his plans. That's what I heard anyway. Could be wrong.
That's what I heard. And if you look at how he's, kind of said a few different passive aggressive things about it, it seems like that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Admin Grumpy Bear says, I think the other Mandalorians were quick to help because it never sat well with them that he helped the Imperials. I think he undid that, and they respect that. That's a decent. I like that. Yeah,
that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good take.
Very good. Nova Zero says quality and canon goes together like the story told badly are like stories told badly are lies. And yeah, I think you guys need an EU expert to quickly talk references. Enjoy. I think especially as Disney dives in and starts ripping off the EU, I think it would be important to have somebody around to pipe in once in a while. I don't think that's a bad idea, to be honest with you. But I'm my EU knowledge goes to Dark Horse Comics. That's it. I don't know none of the books. When I owned my comic shop, I didn't read the books with words in them because I didn't have time. I was too busy reading comic books. Jack Random just finished watching The Phantom Menace. It's been a decade. Funny how since he saw it last. Funny how The Last Jedi turned into a masterpiece. There is actually a story. He's talking about The Phantom Menace. Okay, I got confused there. The Last Jedi. I don't think The Last Jedi will receive the same love in 10 years that the Phantom Menace did. There's a lot more love for it now, Jeremy, than there was before. So. Do we still have Jeremy? Do we lose Jeremy? Oh, I lost you. There we go. Boing. Hey, bud. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, are you gonna see me? Yeah, I clicked.
I'm like, he's quiet. Oh, I was reading the chat. So
I'm never quiet, and something's wrong if I'm quiet. But I was gonna say, I think it's funny because you proved my point. I have a tough time saying the Phantom Menace now because I want to say the Fandom Menace.
Why does my mic sound so crappy? Hang on.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay.
But I was just listening to it on YouTube. It sounds terrible. But
it's set to my
now you're good.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. It was on a Rode, but there's 2 different settings for Rode. That's weird. What is that? Hang on a second, folks. Why?
Sorry. My seat.
All right, sorry about that, folks. Yeah, there's 2 settings for Rode Podcaster now. Thanks, StreamYard, freaking StreamYard. What's up? Demonic Bioman. Okay.
Okay. Hey. I just wanted to make an appearance real quick because I just got
Sure.
back home. I'm gonna eat. I've got football on, and I've got another stream wanting me to come on. I'm gonna see if I can pop on with them. But I just wanted to tell everyone, hey, thanks for making Friday Night Tight such a great show. And sorry we couldn't get into everything last night, but I wanted to pop on for a few.
Thanks, buddy. Catch you later.
All right. Everybody, have a great day. Bye.
All right. It's just us now. Here we're going to go back to where I was. Sorry about the mic again, folks. My apologies. We have Ryan Cannell, RK Outpost. He says, Hail Uche. We had Uche, the observant lineman, on last night. He was great. It was brilliant having him on. I can't wait to have him back. Yeah, Friday Night Tights is fun. It's fun. Inquisition is a great show. And I think Doomcock and I, that's the main thing. But Friday Night Tights is coming up and doing well. I love them both. I love all the live streams I do. I haven't done my Nerdrotic Nooners as much though, because Monday, sometimes the Inquisition goes so late. I can't do another live stream the next day, but I'm going to start figuring out, maybe I'll just do the Nooner at night, and that'll probably help. But I do have to make videos right now. I'm actually in the middle of making a video right now. But I had to take time out to take care of you guys, and I'll get back to it, and it'll either be out this afternoon or more likely Monday, because I don't know. It's the process of making videos for me is like taking much longer nowadays. It's like 5, 6, 7 hours. And honestly, it doesn't show in the quality, but that's why I couldn't make it as an editor down in LA. I was too fracking slow. Because I was particular. I'm very particular. Alfred McKay, the cult classic Spaceballs is still a better Star Wars movie than the sequel trilogy. Still hoping for Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money. Mel Brooks is he's older than me, like a lot older he was old when I was young. But I love Mel Brooks. He's a national treasure, and may he live until the age of 1,000. Chris Stanley, look what happened to Trump with vaping backing off now because the people spoke up. Did they back off that, Chris Stanley? I haven't been paying attention. I should. I know my wonderful city here is going to ban it altogether. You cannot get it mailed here. You cannot buy. I think it's the pens until if it's FDA approved or some crap like that. I got to look in to make sure but they would pass something like that. In my city, you can't own a dog. You're just a guardian. You can't call yourself a dog owner. And even Gavin Newsom thought that was stupid. So, Mr. Slick, who Gavin Newsom, great guy, slept with his campaign manager's wife during his campaign here in San Francisco. Just solid dude. Having too many discussions with YouTube posters that say if YouTubers just follow the rules, YouTuber will do the right thing. My response is, when has YouTube ever done that? Ask Captain Spire for $5 concerning Copa. Yeah, no, we do need to band together. We do need to do something, but we do individually need to cover our asses. This is not something you can let go. You need to get a lawyer. If you do this full time, you have to pony up and get a lawyer. It sucks. I mean, nobody likes to pay for that, but nobody likes to pay for a new transmission, but you need one. Okay. Nobody likes to pay for a new fridge, but you need one. Nobody gets up in the morning going, I want to go catalytic converter shopping today. Yeah, nobody does that. No, unless you're a tweaker and you want to rip one off a Dodge truck because you can get like $4,000 for them. They're easy to take off. Don't ask me how I know that. Makini 90 for $5. Also, Jeremy, I'm going to try to see Ford versus Ferrari tomorrow. How is it compared to Rush with Chris Hemsworth and Daniel Bruhl? It's better. I think it's better. Rush was okay. Rush is good, but what makes Ford versus the racing might be better in Rush, but it's not about the racing in Ford versus Ferrari. It's about Christian Bale's performance. It's pretty great, and the portrayal of a good father was really nice to see. And of course, the usual suspects came out against it. The appropriately named NPCs and SJWs. When a movie comes out that's historical, that needs to be historically accurate, and they complain about diversity. It's just, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You're just nothing's gonna, and Hollywood, I think, is starting to recognize, and that's going to be part of my next video, that it's costing you billions paying attention to these people. These effers don't buy anything; they just bitch, and that's it. They want more politics, they want more this, more that, and the Fandom Menace just wants less. We want less politics. The Mandalorian is a great step in the right direction. With Star Wars, now it's too late. It doesn't make everything okay. I hate what they did to Luke. But in a 2 years time, if Kathleen Kennedy is gone, Jar Jar Abrams is gone, Rian Johnson is gone, it sucks that they wreaked havoc on our franchise and destroyed it. But what is left, if it's in the hands of Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, I can't see that as a bad thing. I can't. But right now, Kathleen Kennedy still in charge. Even if it's in name only, she's there. And quite frankly, we need a scalp. We do. I've said that about Star Trek too. Alex Kurtzman being gone would be a step in the right direction to healing fandom. You want to heal fandom, get rid of the people who split it. And it's not the fans. It's not the fans. If Copa was a football opponent, we answered that one, Tech Guy. So Tech Guy asked for $2. If Copa was a football opponent, how would Uche handle it? Uche said he would chop block his ass. And I totally agree with that. Hail Uche. Toph Morris, Creekcraft, the guy Jeremy was talking about last night, did a video this morning saying he heard back from the FTC. He has an appointment to discuss Copa next month in DC. That's cool. That's good. Hopefully it's before December 9th. But thank you. Loquacious Primate, Clownfish TV did a video about how the politicians who spearheaded Copa had big Hollywood media connections, could be intended to hurt YouTube competition. This is something I have thought about. I immediately went there, Loquacious Primate, because that talk of Star Wars being for kids sure came out of nowhere. Now, this is an argument I've heard before, but it had died down, and all of a sudden it just popped up again, and then Copa pops up right afterwards. I don't believe in coincidences. I just don't. The Rookie Critic, Nerdman, Long, Geek Lawler, Line Rodic. This was weird super chat, right? It was the Rookie Critic. So weird. Let's get weird, mama. The Rookie Critic again, the heart and soul of the Fandom Menace, for $5. I know a small Star Wars fan filmmaker from Singapore that is releasing a fan film the day the Rise of Skywalker comes out. Very talented, small team. Shoot me the link, Rookie Critic, and I would love to see it. I like fan films. I would never make one myself. I'd make something original. But I like when people do it. I don't judge it. It's fun to watch, and listen, fans are my favorite part of nerddom. Aside from the stories, it's the fans. I'm one of those weird people who likes the fans and likes the passion of the fans and likes hanging out with because I am one. And that's even going to Comic-Con. The Comic-Con experience, it's so messy now. It's all about who you go with. So if you have a bunch of friends that you like and you have a good time, it doesn't really matter what you go to, because you can't get into anything at Comic-Con anymore. It's kind of like when I used to go to Coachella. It didn't really matter who was playing that much, because I had a good group of friends there. We had a good time, and we watched like small bands, and but Coachella's unwatchable now. Sir Michael the Tall, the big question for $4.99. The big question about the rise of Rey is, how much did the movie cost, especially if the amount of reshoots holds true? If they reshot a large portion of the film, that could be a quarter, at least a quarter of the cost of the initial production. My guess off the top of my head is the Rise of Skywalker costs $500 million to make, including marketing, maybe more, and maybe I'm being low estimate on that one. Ryan Cannell, RK Outpost. Matt is not the father. Matt is not the father. Thank you, Ryan Cannell. Hail, Ryan. I am Darth Raven for $5. I read every pre-Disney book and comic, played every game, and since The Last Jedi, I've been embarrassed to be a Star Wars fan for the first time in my life. And I love that you bring that up because that's what it's turned into. Things have gotten so divisive in fandom thanks to the repurposers and the franchise owners who have insisted on putting their own personal Hollywood elite agenda into all of our franchises, splitting fandom in a way I've never seen before, that a large portion of fandom has become what they hate. They go after other fans. We're all of a sudden seeing nerds call other nerds incels, which is hilarious. I listen. I don't want to get insulting. A lot of people call me an incel, which is, I try every day and I fail, but I give it my best effort. And Mrs. Nerdrotic especially likes those insults. She thinks they're quite funny. But the thing is, you don't want to become what you hate. You don't. And that's what I've seen, and that is Lucasfilm's responsibility. Alex Kurtzman, CBS's responsibility. Chris Chibnall, BBC responsibility. By the way, they're freaking gone. There's no way they'll ever turn it around. So Doctor Who is, Doctor Who's doomed. It's dead. There is nothing out there. Nobody cares about the show. So, it's made for the Mary Sue and Tumblr. That'll be your crowd. Your customer now. The show that was for everyone is now the show for somebody with 8 roommates with blue hair who are constantly on Twitter and don't have money for dog food, okay, or cat food for their 8 cats. Lady Mist for $20. You seem to be liking the show lately, so is it now worth paying for the streaming service to watch just The Mandalorian? I already pay for 4 other streaming channels and don't want to throw money at a show I may not enjoy. After the 3rd episode, I would say what I would do if you're not running a channel, Lady Mist, is wait until all the episodes air or wait till it's close so you can just dip in. I think there might be some kind of 1 week free or something like that, or just buy a month. I think it's $6.99 and watch The Mandalorian and then unsubscribe. And that's what I recommend you do with every streaming service, because this will get them to change their ways, by the way. If they really rely on you to forget, and I did it all the time, but now when I'm done watching a show, I unsubscribe immediately. Because it's $6.99. You think it's no big deal, but that stuff adds up. And when you've lived under a bush in Encinitas, California, when you're homeless, $6.99 is a lot of money. I would have loved at a couple of days to have $6.99 to buy some food. So don't waste it. But I would say at this point it's worth it. But watch, as soon as I say that, the 4th episode will be like, identity politics city. We'll see. But Lady Mist, it's good. It's worth watching. It's an enjoyable thing, even if I can say that, even though I'm not a Star Wars fan. But this is going to be Disney Star Wars now, and it's going to be very different from Lucas Star Wars. It's going to be Marvel Star Wars now, Marvel Disney Star Wars. Mika Robinson, Doom Clock should hire Mauler to be a henchman in the land under the earth. Mauler a henchman for Doomcock. I'm sure, I think they could, there might be a partnership that they could come to, but I think I think that's almost like 2 supervillains. It's like Lex Luthor and the Joker. They might partner up for the Legion of Doom, but I don't know if one would work under the other. Just not sure it would work like that. Jedi Knight Guy gives me $5 and doesn't say anything. Thank you, Jedi Knight Guy 82. I appreciate you and for helping keep the lights on here. I appreciate it. RL Epstein killed himself after seeing The Last Jedi in prison. For $2. Maybe. And then I will say that Epstein did kill himself because he watched The Last Jedi. Mary Mayhem, objectify away, Jeremy. Meanwhile, I will be praying Mauler impregnates me with his voice. Whoa. Yeah, Mauler, baby. Did you hear that? Mary Mayhem. wants to be impregnated by your dulcet tones. I guess there's a way you could do that. Did you guys ever see Private Parts? Did you ever see Howard Stern's movie Private Parts when he had the young lady sit on the speaker and they turned up the bass and then Howard just went boo like that, and then that was the funniest scene in the movie, by the way. Ryan Cannell, RK Outpost says hashtag. Oh man, this is gonna. Hey, breaking news here. Ryan Cannell wants you to release the Snyder Cut. Release this thing. He wants to cancel Baby Yoda and release the Snyder Cut. You know, I don't know what to say. I'm partially responsible for that guy. I might have to take it. I'm gonna have to go, son. We're gonna have to have a talk, son. Don't make me get your mama. Christy, I agree with Mary Mayhem. Whoa. Oh, now Mahler's very popular with the ladies with that voice. Yes, he is. Guest 5 for $1.99. They don't call her Creamy Sheev for nothing. Whoa. Okay. Do they? I didn't know they called her that, but I guess they do. The dude 1764, Pedro Pascal is a space horse whisperer. Come over here, space horsey. I will whisper in your ear. You be a good girl. You prance well on the side of a Star Destroyer. Titus Mahler. How have you guys purchased the Rise of Skywalker tickets? I have not. I have gotten a free in because of I used to own a comic store. You might have heard, and people shop there, and people shop there who work at movie theaters. And I still got my in. Not a penny. Titus Mahler. In Ford versus Ferrari, does Matt Damon ever say Shelby's classic line, "My name is Carroll Shelby, and performance is my business"? I can't remember. He might have, but I can't remember. Sorry. Down B for $4.99. He might have said it in his speech. This is a solid group of gents. Hey, Gary, I sent something over to your P.O. box. Are you planning on checking it on a live stream soon? Down B, yes. I'm going to try to do it Thursday night. Thursday night on Nerdrotic Live, we're going to do, because I have a bunch of letters to read. So we're going to do a whole letter reading thing on Nerdrotic Live on Thursday night. Thank you. I appreciate that. Rock Flanagan for $2. I meant embrace, not embarrass. I typed. It's okay. Rock Flanagan, I'm never going to judge you for typos. I am the worst. Just ask anybody who's ever messaged me on Twitter. They will. Sometimes it's frontier gibberish that they get, because when I'm messaging, I'm always doing something like, I'm at the gym or, at a stoplight, or I don't know, making a video. That's what I'm usually doing, is making a video. I'm usually stuck in this room most of the time. It's quite sad. Feel sorry for, no, don't feel sorry for him. I'm having a great time. Titus Mahler, Titus Moeller for Mahler. Your Dark Fate video touch on some of the film's anti-natalist, anti-feminine messaging, or would that border too much on politics? Now, Mahler did answer that correctly, which it's unavoidable to talk about that, Titus. But Mahler did answer that question last night, and believe me, mine did. And yes, and I might not be done talking about it. The Rookie Critic, long vag bad. If only these actors, directors, etc. would interact with their audience on live streams, get to know their audience, invite people live. That's the future. I'm glad you brought that up, and I wanted to bring it up last night. Douglas Adams, the genius Douglas Adams, who wrote The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, wrote some great Doctor Who. One of the few people I really try to, emulate. I try to honor. I'm not a big, I don't like celebrities. I don't get all into celebrities, but Douglas Adams is like one of my few heroes. Gave an interview, his last interview 3 days before he died, unfortunately, of a heart attack while he was working out. God, I'm older than Douglas Adams was. He was 49. Predicted live streaming. He said, somebody asked him, what is the future of entertainment in the 21st century? And this interview was in 2001, mind you. And he said, we're going to return back to the days of interacting with your audience. There's been a giant wall between the creator and the audience for the 20th century, talking about television, talking about radio, talking about films. And, you know, back in the 1800s and before that with plays, your audience was right there and they could shout at you, and they would if you sucked or something like that, or they would interact. There'd be a lot of spoken word. And he predicted that entertainment will be much more interactive now. And he was talking about the newness of the word interactive. Entertainment was, I don't know. He said something about it being new. I'll show you know what? I'll post it on Twitter. I've posted it before, but I'll post his interview on Twitter. Take a look in about an hour or so if you're interested. And he predicts it. He predicts live streaming. And this is something that the streaming wars cannot compete against at all. And YouTube just keeps shooting itself in the foot because it could win these things easily. Gary, love this stream. Thank you all for inspiring me, says Steven Glasker for $1.99. You are welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Inspiring is a good. Guess 5 for $1 for £1.99. Mahler, you know debates are gay. You know, I think no. But that's probably something from EFAP that I'm missing. So I will acknowledge that. Nina Fabiano for $5 for the hardest working group on YouTube. Thank you, Nita. I appreciate it. And we appreciate all of you in the chat. Guest 5 for £1.99. Sexual harassment. Just sexual. That's all they say. I can't say if it's a he or a she. And then the final super chat is Drake is 6. Google could fight COPA till hell freezes over. Google wants to kill political content and defeat Trump. They don't care if it destroys YouTube. You might not be wrong there. You might not be wrong there. So we have wrapped it up there. Now I'm going to get into the chat over here. Hi, everybody. Let's stop sharing the screen. And let's get over here. I got to go to other features, live events. Excuse me. There we go. I got to get into the right live stream. Oh boy, we got new super chats. During the super chat square up, we got new super chats. Jesus. Thank you. You guys are great, man. I love you guys. So here we go. Adite Singh for $2. Will you be on EFAP today, Gary? I will not be on EFAP. No. I was on EFAP recently, about 3 weeks ago, debating somebody for Game of Thrones, and it was quite crazy. No, I'm working on a video today, and then the Inquisition is on Doomcock's channel at 7:15, and we will be reviewing The Watchmen again. And we will also be talking about the latest rumors, the latest leaks, Kathleen Kennedy stuff. But yeah, that is 7:15 p.m. Be there or be square on Overlord DVD's channel with the Inquisition, and we will be putting pop culture on trial. But thank you, Adida, and please watch EFAP. I mean, go watch EFAP when we're done here. Mahler, Rags, Wordawolf, great people and YouTubers, and I support everything they do, even though I do disagree with Wolf on The Expanse, but I agree with him on pretty much everything else. Sporking News Podcast for $5. Gary and Jeremy, I emulate you guys. Jealousy gets you nowhere. Thank you for giving us a target to shoot for. Go Patriots, Sports Ball Gary. You know, I like Tom Brady because my wife used to do his mom's hair. So I like Tom Brady. I do. But I don't care about sports ball anymore because my team was ripped out of San Diego, put into a town that didn't want them, couldn't fill a goddamn soccer stadium. They're the embarrassment of the NFL. And now, because Dean Spanos is the worst owner in the history of sports, they might go to freaking London. And where the only place that anybody wants the Chargers is San Diego. San Diego loves the Chargers. As shitty as they've been, San Diego loves the Chargers. Dean is a billionaire having a hissy fit. He's the worst type of rich fuck imaginable. I fucking hate that guy so much. I'll start cussing. I fucking hate Dean Spanos. He can go fuck himself. And San Diego, don't ever let an NFL team back. Fuck the NFL. Without respect, we reject. Fuck you all. Roger Goodell, Dean Spanos, assholes. Don't get me started, man. I'm mad about that. I'm mad about that. I watched the Chargers for fucking years, for decades. I had that was the one thing I can connect with my dad. When we hated each other, we'd turn off the hate and have a great time at the football game. And then when we liked each other again, we connected over the Chargers. That was our thing. And I'm so, I'm glad he wasn't alive to see that, to see them being ripped out of San Diego. Dean Spanos, you son of a bitch. I hope you never fucking win anything ever. Sorry. Back to nerd stuff. That shit triggers me. Scottish Nerd, thank you very much for the membership of the Proto-Molecule level. And Zadursko for 250 rubles. Brie is kind of a femcel, self-shoehorned MCU Disney groupie. Hail from Serbia. Oh, awesome. Right on. That is brilliant. Much respect and pardon my Tarzan English. Your English is great. Your English is better than my English, my friend. So hail Serbia. Right on. We need an EU expert, says Rianne. Rianne Canal. Just kidding, Ryan. Ryan is our EU expert. Unfortunately, I'm not an expert in anything. I know I'm a fan of a lot of things, but I've never dedicated myself to one. I would say I'm pretty damn good with Doctor Who, pretty good with Lord of the Rings. I'm very good with The Song of Ice and Fire. Used to be really great with Star Wars, not anymore. I mean, but I do go back to 77. I'm decent at Star Trek, but I like all of it. So I know enough about all of it. How's that sound? But see, that's the thing, when you own a comic shop and you sell pop culture, you can't just be into one thing. You got to be into a lot of things. And I used to be so easy to please. And that shows you how bad things have gotten. Jim Needle for $10. Are we seriously trying to act like Trevorrow isn't a hack? The JP franchise was probably worse off than Star Wars, but isn't curious that KK fired Trevorrow, but JP is ran by KK's husband. Jurassic Park. Yeah, it's all incestuous, Jim Needle. And I liked his independent film a lot. Safety Not Guaranteed. I'm a big fan of that movie. I did not see, I'm not a Jurassic Park fan in any way, shape, or form because I didn't see the movie. And if you are, that's great. But I heard they weren't great. So yeah, I will agree with you on that. But he made a very good indie film called Safety Not Guaranteed. That I love. Trek Dog for $2.90 or $10.99. Hail to my favorite YouTuber. Well, thank you very much, Trek Dog. Right back at you. Scottish Nerd for £10. Hi, Gary. You were my first subscription on YouTube. Wow, that's awesome. Found you during the Game of Thrones and discovered we agreed on lots. You're wrong on Yubnub though. About time you got to join. You got the join button. Keep it up. Thank you. Yeah. See, Yubnub. I hate it. I hated it then. I hated that the Star Wars at the time. That's what they ended Star Wars on was Yubnub. And I'm like, oh my God. But you got to realize I wasn't 11 when I saw it. I was 14. So, you're getting in that age where, 14 to basically 30. At least I'll speak for myself. You get in that adolescent, oh man, my taste is the best and I'm right about everything and everything sucks, and then you turn 30 and you realize that you were just an insufferable a-hole and you're lucky that you still have friends. Or maybe I'll just speak for myself. Yes, that's the way it went. But, listen, Yubnub is better than anything Disney Star Wars, Scottish Nerd. So we can agree there. I would listen to Yubnub all day long, then watch Ray's blank face go through expressionless scenes, which mirror better work created by a hack named Jar Jar Abrams. Apocrypha for $1.99. Hail Gary, can't wait for the Inquisition tonight. I can't either, man. Hanging out with Doomcock, we're gonna it's gonna be fiery tonight. It's gonna be fiery tonight because I don't care what rumors and leaks are right. I think it's freaking pretty clear that they are going to really. I mean, we know they're going to do it, but when we see it, it's different. Okay, so I'll give Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. I heard she was going to be the Doctor. I heard the change. I hate it because I knew it'd be full of politics, but my rage was nothing compared to when I actually saw it happen. So I knew it was coming, but I saw it happen, and it was worse. So we know that Palpatine coming back is going to completely undo the original trilogy, but it's not really going to impact us until we actually see it. So I'm recommending, if you want to keep that pure, don't see it. I mean, that's honestly, I wish I hadn't seen Blade Runner 2049 because it does take away from Blade Runner a little bit for me. I wish I hadn't seen it. It sucks. It's just like, leave shit alone. And thank God, like, nobody's going to make a Time Bandit sequel. I love that movie. And, it'll be sacred forever because nobody wants to come in and make a franchise out of it. So thank God, or any Terry Gilliam film. Well, they did that with 12 Monkeys, but the show ended up being okay, to be honest with you. Strider Man, thank you for becoming a member at the Jaloja level. Destiny Captain for $1.99 toxic mailbag. Just kidding. That will be Thursday. Destiny Thursday. Mustafa for Cohen for thank you again, Destiny Captain. Love you. Mustafa Cohen for £5. God damn it. I miss Tom Baker. Seeds of Doom. Fuck, I miss Tom Baker. I love Tom Baker. Dude, I miss Colin Baker. Now, Bulls Trek is right. By the way, I did a live stream with him, and he will be joining us on a Friday Night Tights soon. I just got to get the time right. Bulls Trek is a great YouTuber and a good friend. And he talks about Doctor Who, woke Batman. He goes woke Batman, but that's actually Batwoman. And Star Trek. He's a huge. He's part of the Doctor Who Star Trek wing in the fandom menace, kind of where I sit. I'm talking a lot about Star Wars now, but Bread and Butter's coming next year, folks. Picard premieres on the 23rd, and it looks like Doctor Who is coming back on January 1st. So there will be no rest. Thank God The Expanse will be on, and that will be there to cleanse my palate a little bit. Josh Blackburn, thank you for the $2. Crackling, thank you. I appreciate it. No, there's no comment there, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Crackling for $1.99. Nice to see Doomcock proactively taking down Doctor Who. Yes, I in the trailer, that is so funny. Totally looks like Doomcock going through the TARDIS door, which nobody can do except for Doomcock. Oh my God, Destiny Captain, how can you? I totally forgot that page was there, dude. So I got a Facebook page. So my very first podcast was not actually on Nerdrotic, folks. My very first podcast was December 25th. It was Christmas Day on 2013. On 2013, it was Matt Smith's final show, and I was sick as a dog, and me and my son did a review of that, and we posted it on Facebook. So, and the name of my Doctor Who show used to be called, because there was a Cult of Skaro. The Cult of Skaro is a bunch of Daleks who are who are allowed to think freely, think like humans, to help defeat the humans. And they were part of the new Who era. And I called the show the Cult of Frisco. Now, I'm not from San Francisco, so I can say Frisco. I don't care. And I left that Facebook page up years ago. But no, there will be no new content on that. As a matter of fact, I got to take it down. But it's there. It's got old Doctor Who reviews where I'm like just loving Doctor Who, man. Loving it. It took me a while to get used to Capaldi, but once I did, I liked him a lot. So, and God, I miss him now. Thank you, Destiny Captain, for reminding me of something I haven't thought about in years. Hope a Close Encounters is left alone, says Crazy Eyed Jedi for $2. Yeah, me too. They'll probably remake it. All the aliens will be women, and they're going to come and kill all the men. There you go. So let's get to a little bit of chat here. We got 15 minutes, so we'll go in the chat here. Let's do this. The Cult of Pooh. Yeah, that's pretty much Frakoff Feldegar. That's what it is, man. Oh, dude, how we've got the dumbest mayor. Okay, like basically a soccer mom is our mayor now, but it's like a San Francisco soccer mom. And she is, it's like San Francisco is now known as like its whole reputation, that basically it's tech central. It's New York City West, and it's known for poop now. There's nothing they're going to do. There's nothing that's going to take the stain away of being called Poop City. So well done, San Francisco. Well done. When hasn't a Sef mayor sucked? Never. Like Slick Willie Brown, he got shit done, but I didn't like him, but he got shit done. Poopopolis, Poop City, drugs and poop. Yep. Ours is pretty dumb, but yeah, more people live in one block there than the whole town I live in. Yeah, and you would be surprised. They elect people. Okay, so the way they have the district set up here, a city council member can get elected with 5,000 votes, and they have say over like a large chunk of the city. And it's like stupid D-bags like Jim Daly Jr., who always rode his bicycle to work and was socialist. And yeah, and honestly, yeah, Democrats are right wing here. So I can't wait to get the fuck out. It's like I could put up with it because I'm not political. So I just go about my day, pay my very high taxes. And, listen, Mrs. Neurotic liked to hear, she's lived here for a long time. She moved here with $150 in her pocket and nothing, and made something out of herself because she is a real strong woman. And yeah, and her client base is here, and that's fine. But now we're getting to the point where it's like, we can do this stuff somewhere else. Let's see. Neurotic on the 27th July to Apple Incorporated worked with Anonymous Content, Paramount Television, and Media Rights Capitals to gain rights for Time Bandits television series. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I tried to block that out of my mind. Thanks for bringing me down, Bryant Barth. You're right. But that I wonder if is that still happening? Anonymous Content's actually good, but no, it'll be terrible. They're going to see nothing sacred anymore. Chris Evans was shooting here in Salem on the weekends for the legal series for Apple TV. Apple TV is, I don't know, Tom. What do you think? I think it's DOA. I mean, I have no desire to say. I mean, I like that they're going original and they have good people, but none of it looks exciting. Like it's some Jennifer Aniston normie show for like Normie McNormie pants. I would never watch something like that. I mean, I don't know. Dr. Womb. That's what it is. Dr. Womb. It's Dr. Womb and the Cringe Lords. The Cringe Lords. I got so triggered last night. Hate is when non-fans of the EU talk shit from a stance of pure ignorance. Yeah, I mean, like I would never. I don't know. Did any of us talk shit? If we did, we did it in jest. But I don't talk shit about stuff I don't know, and I don't know the EU enough. But the thing is, unfortunately, the EU doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, and I think what Anti-Trekker was trying to say is like, and it never will. What they're going to do is rip it off, and then they're going to make changes that you're going to hate even worse. But the EU is what kept Star Wars alive for a long ass time. You cannot talk shit about the EU. That's the importance of the hardcore fan that Hollywood just doesn't recognize. The reason Doctor Who made it through the dark times and Star Trek is made it through the dark times and Star Wars had dark times too was the hardcore fan who couldn't let it go. The person who did care too much in other people's eyes, not in mine. And that's what I always get. The insult I always get: grow up. Why do you care so much? Yeah, I grew up a long time ago, son. And I'm also very comfortable in my own skin, and I love the fact that I'm a nerd, and I wear it proudly, and I wear it proudly when it wasn't cool, and I will wear it proudly when it's not cool. Probably very soon. People talked about being embarrassed to be a Star Wars fan. Yeah, it's embarrassing to be a Doctor Who, Star Trek, and Star Wars fan. And The Mandalorian actually made it a little less embarrassing. I got to be honest about that. But Doctor Who's freaking humiliating. It's goddamn humiliating. But, that's the way it is. That's what happens when a state-owned agency tries to be creative. I'm surprised it lasted that. The BBC used to be the gold standard. It did. And it's not anymore. It's the shit standard. Destiny Captain, Gary, the other page is kind of quiet too. What other way? All the pages are quiet because I focus on Nerdrotic now. Charles Kilmushian, but thank you, Destiny Captain. Yeah, I can only focus on so much, and I focus on Subscribestar, Patreon, YouTube. Obviously, we're gonna do the memberships and my website, and that is all. I mean, I'm doing this thing by myself. I do not have a team or a group. I have Mrs. Nerdrotic helping me when she can, and she helps a lot, but that's it. And my son is the Facebook group admin. He is the hammer. Don't mess with him. Oh yeah. For Facebook group people, don't report people to Facebook. My son will ban your ass if you report any comments to Facebook. If you got a problem with anybody's comments, report them to me, because when you report them to Facebook, Facebook can nuke my account. Which, I mean, honestly, it's Facebook. I know you guys like the Facebook group. So if you need to report anything, report it to me or my son. Don't report it to Facebook or he will ban you, because that gets my account nuked. Hey, Gary, give the failure of recent identity-themed movies. Can we infer SJWs don't support their own? Is their social media footprint bigger than their actual numbers? That's a very good question, Charles, for 999. Yes, their social media footprint is very misleading. Being loud is not being loud and persistent is not big. It's just being loud and persistent. And for the longest time, they were winning because they would accuse you things. It was the famous thing, like, how often did you beat your wife? Question. Like, how are you supposed to answer that? You answer like, not at all. Oh, so thou dost protest too much. That's the kind of questions we were having to answer. The SJWs and NPCs have ruined everything, and they did it for their very selfish means. These are very selfish, insecure individuals who have a lot of problems. If these are adults going out there and blanketly calling somebody they don't know a racist or anything like that, there's something wrong with people like that, like seriously wrong. And the thing is, they're so insecure. They want to be the good guy so badly that they have to be the hero. And these are people, I mean, again, stunted. There's a lot of reasons for this, but it mainly gets to insecurity. It's insecurity and anger and self-loathing. Mark Waid is a great example of somebody with tons of talent, and I don't know if he's bipolar, but he needs to be on meds. He needs to be talking to a therapist like a lot. Because I don't know what to call a normal adult, but I would just say, on average, people don't spurg out as much as he does, we'll just say. And there is a lot of comic creatives. Alan Moore just recently came out and called it basically all comic fans, those bad guys from Germany. because these are unhappy people. These are unhappy people, and that usually goes with being an artist. Unfortunately, being a brilliant artist usually has the drawback of some sort of affliction, and we all have something to some extent, and it's how we deal with it and how we focus with it. But going after people, trying to cancel people, that shit's gone too far. And yes, their digital footprint is much bigger, and they don't have the economic footprint. We'll just say they don't have the cheddar to and what the franchises have done is alienated somebody who is who was a fan who would buy the $250 action figures and multiple copies, and buy all the comics, one to read, one to save, just shit like that. Those are the fans they're alienating, and they don't realize it. They just think fans are fans. So the fan they alienated that was old, well, we'll just replace it with this new blue-haired one who will buy two comics and the Hot Toys action figures. Oh, wait a minute, they're not buying that shit? I thought fans were fans. Oh, fans are different? What? They're dumb. Fans are dumb because they like our products, and they, for so long they believed everything we said. But the thing is, it's a new era, folks. We see through your bullshit, and you have to deal with us now. That there's no not dealing with us. You can get rid of a platform here and there, but we're gonna pop up everywhere. Can't unmake the soup of the internet, so deal with it, jackasses. Hey Gary, given the okay, thank you, Charles. Matt Gunn for 5 Canadian pesos. Random question: does the budget movie studios release really mean anything? No, it's all lies. Matt Gunn, it is all lies. Chances are the movies cost more. I fully believe these numbers are bullshit. Why would you throw out numbers that the government can see that you can tax shit on? So yeah, I think it's all bullshit. Always thought it was all bullshit. It's just score. It's just keeping score. Honestly, ratings are bullshit too. I mean, if you saw how they actually do the Nielsen ratings, it's bullshit. Yeah. Clicks on the bottom of videos will probably be the most accurate thing. And I even question that sometimes. When there's money involved, there will be shenanigans. About what would you talk with JJ or KK if they would ever come on? Trek Dog. Ooh, I would. First question would be, why haven't you apologized to the fandom yet? It's not would you or can you or no. It's like, why haven't you done that yet? And then I would follow up with, do you feel responsible for what's happened to fandom? And I'm sure they wouldn't. But I would press them on that. It would be all about the fans. I don't give it. You know what? You could make a bad movie. But after the fan parts, then I would get into Luke. Why would you do that? I mean, I would just ask them to be honest. Like, come on, just come clean right now. You did this to Luke because of the current environment in Hollywood, because we need to smash the patriarchy in all ways and all times. And you needed to sacrifice Luke on the altar of agenda. And if you came clean, I'd respect you more. Not a lot, but it would be, a little bit. Thanks, Trek Dog. I would never talk to them, though. I don't want to talk to them. What? I mean, they would, for one, they would give me bullshit answers, and they would never talk to me. So yeah, I have no desire. I'd rather talk to you, Trek Dog. Destiny Captain, $1.99. Gary, I'm just messing on the channels thing. Oh, I know. You didn't have to give. Oh, dude, I know you were joking. Thanks, man. I love you, Destiny Captain. That is somebody who's been supporting me for a long time, and I appreciate you. The MVC2 guy for $4.99. Love your stuff, Nerdrotic. When will you leave the hellhole of California? A year. Oh, so the deal is, it's either going to be, whoops, okay. It's either going to be months or a year or one calendar year, depending on if my son gets into we're trying to get him into a private Catholic school, a religious school, because I'm not going to have him be in high school, publicly educated here in San Francisco. He already goes to Antifa Junior High, and that stuff stops. I'll give you this. The teachers are mostly nice. I don't agree with them on anything politically, but the teachers do genuinely care about this kid and want him to learn. And they have heard most of them have listened to my point of view and know where I come from and try to keep that in mind when they teach him. So I respect them for that. But last week when he was learning like an entire day about like his white male privilege, it's like, and, you know, these teachers are young too. I mean, honestly, you know, I don't mean to disrespect 22-year-olds. I don't. I was a 22-year-old too. Okay. And you still got a lot to learn at that age. Like a lot. You're just a teenager with rent, and shaping young minds. And I'm not saying you can't. There's good teachers out there that actually caring about the kids has to come first, but a little more world experience might help. That's just me. I thought I fucking knew everything at 22. I didn't know shit. So, yeah, that's just, I don't know. But teaching your kid that and you're quicker to emotion at that age too, which doesn't help. Yeah. So if he doesn't get in the school, then we're out. We're gonna have to go. If he does get in the school, we're staying for one more year. We would like to stay one more year because Mel, Mrs. Nerdrotic, I call her Mel, Miss Melissa, can finish out her lease. But I've got I'm setting up a GoFundMe to start the online shop. I'm gonna announce it officially tomorrow on the Nooner, and that's my plan B for Copa, so I don't have to rely so much on ad revenue. And we'll be safe. So that will be that. Thank you for the kind words, everybody. We are at 12 o'clock. And I humbly apologize to everybody who gave a super chat last night. I didn't have time. I don't like doing this, but I will attach this to the podcast when it goes on my website. So it'll all be one big audio thing. This will go on Nerdrotic Live, and it'll be up there in about a half an hour if you missed any of it. Please subscribe to Nerdrotic Live. That's my backup channel, and that's where all the live stuff goes, because I unlisted it for algorithm reasons. I'm sorry to say. I am currently working on a video. It depends on how quickly I can get it done. It might come out this afternoon, might come out tomorrow, and I will be live again at 7:15 p.m. Pacific time, right after The Watchmen on HBO is done airing, and I will be on Overlord DVD's channel. So come over and congratulate him. He just passed, he blew past 100,000 subs. I think he's probably at 110 right now or something. And he's blowing up, and he's pissing off all the right people. So that's what I love about him, man. That's what I love. So thank you again, everyone. You guys are truly brilliant. I am grateful for you, and I will see you tonight. Bye-bye.